Welcome to our video on how to apply to exhibit in a City of Gaithersburg gallery. We're delighted that you're interested in showing your work with us, and we hope you find this video helpful with the application process. My name is Jerry Donnelly, and I am the Art Education Coordinator for the city. If you still have questions after watching this video, please do not hesitate to contact us at artgalleries@gaithersburgmd.gov. Let's get started. The city currently has 3 galleries with rotating exhibitions. They are each different, and it is important to note in the details of the call to artists in which gallery an exhibit takes place, particularly if you have a preference. Here are some of the details about each gallery. The gallery in the Activity Center at Boer Park is our largest gallery, holding approximately 65 pieces of art. The gallery is perfect for larger pieces and larger groups. It also frequently hosts our multicultural and youth exhibitions. The Activity Center Gallery has the largest number of visitors on a monthly basis, being one of the city's largest multifunctional community centers. Primarily two-dimensional art is exhibited due to the constantly changing functions and heavier patron usage of this facility. The Kentlands Mansion is the city's beautiful historical social events facility and houses art within the public rooms on both the first and second floors. Because of the nature of use for weddings, parties, and meetings, this facility hosts almost exclusively art group exhibitions. Approximately 50 pieces may be exhibited, and only two-dimensional artwork may be shown. During the busy seasons, hundreds of event visitors will enjoy the art as part of their events, but the general public hours are limited to weekdays and by appointment. Lastly, the Arts Barn houses the city's smallest gallery, holding approximately 40 pieces of art. The facility is the city's performing and visual arts center, and the gallery is the most classic exhibition space. The Arts Barn is the only facility that regularly exhibits three-dimensional art as part of the exhibitions. Patrons coming for classes, performances, and general visits will enjoy the artwork on display. The city's exhibition schedule runs with our fiscal year, which is from July 1st through June 30th. A general call is issued once a year in the autumn for the next fiscal year's exhibitions to allow plenty of time for planning. Applications are due before the end of the calendar year, and artists are notified they have been chosen to exhibit at least 4 months prior to the start of the next season. While this slideshow shows the details of our fiscal 21 timeline for the call, the dates will be similar each year. You may always check the city's website for updated dates at gaithersburgmd.gov or email us at artgalleries@gaithersburgmd.gov for the current schedule. The application and artist agreement have all the details about exhibiting with the city, but we'll go over some of the main highlights here. First, the city has a professional gallery program, and we only accept original artwork created by the applying artist. We do not exhibit copies. On occasion, with approval and as space and time allows, artists may bring prints, note cards, etc. to personally offer for sale during the scheduled art receptions. These items may not stay at the gallery either before or after the reception. Our galleries use hanging systems, and as a result, the size of the pieces is limited. In general, the maximum size of art is 60 inches in the largest dimension. 2D art may not weigh more than 50 pounds. Three-dimensional art is displayed on pedestals, and the largest pieces that fit are 20 inches in the largest dimension. It is very important that all artwork is of the highest quality and professionally prepared for exhibiting. While pieces do not necessarily have to be framed, the pieces must be ready for installation in the gallery and ultimately for display in a patron's home or office. For example, contemporary unframed canvases must have clean edges without staples. All two-dimensional pieces must be ready to be hung on our hanging system with a secure taut wire on the back of the piece. All sculptural pieces must have appropriate display devices included. Pieces not ready to exhibit may ultimately be rejected at delivery time, so we encourage artists to leave plenty of time before delivery to prepare their pieces for display. The city's insurance does not cover the rotating art in the exhibits, and we are not liable for damage or loss of pieces while in our gallery. We encourage all artists to consult with their insurance professional about how to best cover their own artwork while on exhibit with us. In addition, all exhibiting artists will need to provide a federal W-9 form in order for us to pay for any sales. There are no exceptions. Our finance department will not issue payment without this form being completed. Lastly, please be sure to carefully note the dates regarding particular exhibitions, especially drop-off and pickup times. Artwork must remain in the gallery for the entire exhibition time. It may not be dropped off late or picked up early. If you cannot make the schedule noted, either yourself or with family or friends helping, it is best to not apply for that exhibit. The turnover for the galleries generally occur in a single day, and we do not have safe storage areas, so it is critical to work within the schedule to ensure your artwork is safely handled and best incorporated into the exhibit. In addition, the gallery staff work limited part-time hours, so they may not be available outside the published schedule. There are several attachments that need to be included with your application to exhibit, and we encourage you to prepare them in advance of completing your online form. Putting everything in a new folder on your computer with the proper file names will help make completing the application much quicker and simpler. The items needed are your artist statement, artist resume or biography, the image list, and 1 to 3 images for each exhibit you are interested in participating in. All of the text-based documents should be saved as Microsoft Word or Adobe PDF file formats. All images should be saved as a JPEG. Let's talk about each of the attachments. The first document you need to include is your artist's resume or biography. This is a document that focuses on your experience in the art world, such as your art education, the exhibits you've participated in, any residencies you might have, any awards you might have received, etc. The format is your choice, and there are many examples on the internet, but it is important for us that the file name include your last name, first name, and the words artist biography. This is important so we can link your attachments with your application easily. Again, this should be saved as a Microsoft Word .doc or docx, or as an Adobe PDF format. The second document that we need is your artist statement. This is more of a personal document that discusses your art and why you do it the way you do. The format is your choice again, and if you need help, we periodically hold workshops that can help you draft this kind of document. Again, please be sure you save your document with the file name format of your last name, your first name, and the words artist statement. and it should be Microsoft Word or Adobe PDF format. You may apply for multiple exhibitions, and we do need a list of all of the images that you are attaching to your application. Please create a set within one document for each exhibit that you are submitting images for consideration. Your name should be included at the top of the list. We need to know the application image number, which is the number that is listed in the application, the title of the piece, the medium, the framed size, and the price. Please save this document with the file name including your last name, first name, and the words image list. The format, again, should be Microsoft Word or Adobe PDF. What you see on the screen is a perfect way of sending us this information. Lastly, but very important, are the images of the work you would like to be considered for the exhibitions. You may apply for up to 3 exhibits and 3 images for each exhibit. All images should be saved in the format of a JPEG and should be between 1 and 5 megabytes in size. The file name for images is a little bit longer. It should be the name of the exhibit that you're applying for, your first and last name, the title of the piece, the medium, and the size. You can see an example of this file name format at the bottom of this slide. Again, by having this information in the file name, we can most easily associate your attachments in the right place with your application. Having great images is extremely important, so you have the best consideration of being included in the exhibitions you're interested in. If we can't see your work clearly, it's likely it won't be chosen. The images should be clear, in focus, well lit, represent the work accurately, and show just the artwork. It is fine to use your phone or a point-and-shoot camera, but take your piece to where light will be even, such as in the shade on a sunny day, and make sure your camera is on a tripod or supported so it won't shake when you take the picture. There are lots of free photo processing software choices on the internet that can help you crop the image, size the file properly to the 1 to 5 megabyte size, and save it in the JPEG format. We also offer workshops on taking photos of your artwork periodically if you need help. When the application period is open, the link at the top of this slide will take you directly to our Call to Artists application. You may also find the link to the application and information about our galleries on Gaithersburg's website at www.gaithersburgmd.gov/recreation/visual arts. We have created a training application you are welcome to experiment in so you are more comfortable when the actual application period opens. We do not save the data in this application format. Let's walk through the training application so you can see the information that needs to be included and where to upload the attachments you have created. Here is the training application, and let's just walk through it slowly. So, at the top, you're going to find a lot of the general information, the terms of the exhibition, and then special exhibition information. We encourage you to read all of this information carefully. As you scroll down, you will then see the list of the exhibits that are going to be open during the call to artists to submit artwork for. The details about each one would be listed here. Continuing to scroll down, here's the application itself. And we're going to go ahead and start filling out some of the information. So you would include your last name, your first name. If you have a studio or a group you're applying for, that information would go here. You would include your address. If you're an apartment or unit number, it goes here. Your city, your state, your zip code, your main phone number, if you have an alternate phone number, you can include it here, such as your cell phone number. And then your email address. If you have a website, you can include that information here. If you use social media, such as Facebook or Instagram, and have examples of your work, you can include the tag there. So for instance, and then if you are going to want to choose your main form of art, the medium. So for instance, I am an oil painter. If you have other media that you work in, you can include it here. Or if you chose other here, you definitely want to explain what your medium is under other media. Here's where you're going to choose, I'm going to switch this back, the exhibits that you want to apply for. So we're going to apply for 2. And then here, you are going to include your signature. You can do that just by using your mouse. If you press down, it's going to let you sign here. If you make a mistake, you can clear it and do it again. And now here is where you actually are going to want to include the documents that you have created. So you can, for instance, find your artist statement. So we're going to browse and we're going to go to the folder where these are located. And I am going to pick here my biography and attach it. And you can see underneath that it has been attached. Then we're going to go to, oh, oops, that was the artist statement. So if I make a mistake, no problem. We're going to click, we're going to browse, we'll go to our artist statement, and we'll put that in the proper place. Then we're going to go to our biography, and we'll click and choose, and it's going to show up. And then we're going to attach our image list. It's right here, and we'll attach that. So you can see why it's much easier to do this if you have everything ready in advance. And then we're going to apply for 2 exhibits. So I'm going to go ahead and choose some of the images that I am going to include. Oops, my file's too large, so that means that I need to go back and downsize it. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and add the ones that I have. You can go back if you save this with your email information. You can go back and revise your application. The last thing is that you're going to need to pay an application fee. If you're applying just to one exhibit, you're going to, it will be $25, and you would click here. If you're going to apply for multiple exhibits, 2 or 3, then the fee is $35, and you would click it here. Please be sure that on the memo line of your check, when you send it in, that you are explaining that it is for this application.
And the artist, the name of the artist.
Oh, and if your check does not have your name at the top, please be sure that you put your name then on the memo line so that we can connect the payment with your application. So here at the bottom, if I needed to add that third, I would say do save progress. Otherwise, if I have finished, I can hit continue. And there's something that we have not completed on our form. It's going to let us know. Oh, it's our phone number. It's not in the right format. So no dashes. So let's try now. There you go. And it will then remind you that you can pay by check, or if you prefer, we're going to explain how you can pay by credit card on the next slide. So you can click here, and then your information about sending your payment is there. And it will let you know that your application has been received, and you can get a printer-friendly receipt right here. So the last part of applying is getting your associated fee to us. Unfortunately, we can't take payments online right now. But you do need to have your payment in by the application due date for your application to be considered complete, and that we can go ahead and process it. It's $25 for one exhibit, $35 for 2 to 3 exhibits. You can pay by check or credit card. Unfortunately, we can't take cash, and the check should be mailed to the Arts Barn. And you can see the address here. If you would prefer to pay by credit card, you can give us a call at 301-258-6394 with your payment information. Or if you prefer, you can always come by to visit us at 311 Kent Square Road with your check or credit card, and we're happy to take your payment at the front desk. And lastly, we're here to help you. If you have questions, the quickest way to get them answered is via email at artgalleries@gaithersburgmd.gov. Venice Harris is currently the gallery administrator, and she will be happy to answer your questions. We hope you have found this video helpful. We can't wait to see your application and your artwork. Thank you for taking the time to watch and for considering showing your art with Gaithersburg.